Hey people, this is part 2. I'm going to try to get the second and third day in here. And if you miss part 1, you're not going to get this at all. So go back and hit part 1, 17 minutes long. Because I'm not going to slow down in this and I'm just going to read on through. I'm not going to reteach what I already have. So here goes. So I missed this in the last one. But when I said, the whiffer, the arrow from the heavens of Amelia, the god of work, of the arche too, of the ancients. All these words have multiple meanings. You also see the Ramiel in here, R-A-M-I-E-L. That's why all your gods, the last of their name is M-I-E-L, Samiel and Ramiel and Ariel. It's because that's what this means. That's where this comes from. But what I missed was this is also Vayad, to make the formula, F-R-A-M-I-L-A, the formula Amelia, the formula to work of the arche, the ancients too. But you also see this symbol in chemistry, this whiffer, and it means to yield. It's what comes out of your chemistry. Carbon and oxygen yields carbon dioxide with a bolt of thunder. You take hydrogen gas and oxygen gas and put it together and hit it with a spark, and it turns into water. It yields to water. And so the genius of this is they put the language together and everything fits. That's why I say it's God's language, because everything fits perfect. But all these names fit together. You see Ramiel, he was the first of the fallen angels, and he was in the leaders of tens, described in Enoch as the leaders of 200 angels that turned into fallen angels due to their taking wives. But we know that this is all misinterpreted. And so he was the archangel of hope, credited with the task of escorting the souls to heaven without judgment. But the name also means the thunder of God. Thunder of God. The thunder. Thunder is the sound of the heavens in the first knowledge. So on to the second day of creation. I'm going to get on this final M here. This final M, this is your letter M here, and this is a final M. And they say every time that it comes up, it means plural. You see the waters here, the waters, and they treat it as a S, the same as we would a S, except on gauze. But a lot of the rabbis say, this meant Allahams. But so when I read this backwards, I read this as an M. But when I come back, when it's on the end, I read it as an S. It looks more like Samic, the letter S. And I just learned this from reading much of this. And so if I read this way, I'll read it as a mem, M-I-M-E, mime. And then this way it'll be the miss, M-I-S, mime, miss. So on to the second day, it starts again. To yammer, from yell, from to powers, or to make the knowledge, to make power from begin. V-I-A, to make power, M-R, from begin. To yammer, from the word, from the heavens, to make word from heavens. Yeehaw, crack that whip. The Rufio, R-Q, the roof, I to make sea. The roof to make sea, Raphia, yeehaw, Raphia. And to give them is wage, to give them a job. From victual bin, from the victual bin. Victual is ancient word for volume up, from the volume between Miss Lamis. Lamis is the ancient Babylonian god. Lamis, the ancient Babylonian god of zodiacs, constellations. You see it all over. They try to destroy it, and some try to save it, but that's what it's talking about. That's why it's so many different parts, because it's representing all of the zodiacs. From the volume between Miss Lamis, between the zodiacs. Vios, to see. Vi, to make. Os, the eye consume, is to see. Vios, to see from the heavens to, and then it reads backwards and forwards here. And so now it's Oyqre, ochre. The roof makes see, the ochre. So ochre is this blue pigment, blue ochre. To see from the word to the ochre, the roof, the blue of the roof. Vividal, to make see, to make picture in your head, to make the picture vividal. Between them is rays from that of the roof, the Raphael, of the roof make see to Vin, to the Vin numbers, to all of its qualities written down in a code number. Them is rays from all of the roof, the wage knocking, NKN, the wage of knocking. Knocks are on the back of your arrow, the little crack where the string fits in, where they knock in, where it fits in. You tapping the peg in the hole that it fits, where it knocks in. So we know it's telling us to come up here to the roof now, to the constellations, and it's one of these blues. The colors are kind of faded out of this, and this kind of looks bright blue. This looks more like the ochre blue here, and then this one looks like the blue here, and this one, the colors is really all faded. So we'll have to get some more hints from here. And so here we see that to make the formula again, the whiffer, the arrow from the heavens, to make formula of roof to make sea, LRQ, of the roof to make sea, of Raphael. The same is SM, to consume from. The same is wage in borrow, see first in first the orb in the first circle. The same is the wage to make the formula of the roof. The same is the wage in the first orb in the first circle. How they to make the work, the wage in the roof in 4 make use the sign. So the sign is what gives it up here. Out of this other information, we knew it was the blue roof, and the same as the wage of the circle. How the roof in 4, the roof before was the night sky, to make use the sign. And so your sign out here, that's called a sun sign. That's where the sun was when you were born. And so that makes me believe that it's talking about the sun here, the sun sign over here in Leo. And it appears that they're making this triangle, this first triangle here, with the gold in Jupiter. and then the sun sign in Leo. And so we'll get a better idea where it points to on the third day. So this third day is called the dry ground, but you really can't believe. If you read this, turn these around the other way and make it the ground dry, and it'll give you a better idea. Anytime you read one of these headings, they're usually backwards. And it's pretty long, and so I'm gonna put this in a part 3 here. The third day will be part 3 of the Solace. Alright, I'm gonna cut this off here, and I'll have this part 3 up here shortly. Good day.